resistance is futile.
Boldly going where no show has gone before. This is the Week in Geek with David D. Squared, your source for geek and pop culture news that's trending now. Broadcasting from the Gregory Ricks and Associates Wealth Management Studios, here's D. Squared.
Greetings, people of Earth! This is the Week in Geek, your source for geek and pop culture news that's trending now. I am your host, D Squared. Along for the ride, as usual, is my scruffy-looking nerf herder, Scungy!
Hello.
What's shaking, bacon?
I'm tired.
What are you tired? I don't want to hear that.
Bro.
I don't want to hear that. Look, we got a special guest in the room with you right now.
Oh my God, I didn't even realize.
I know you're blind. It's okay. But it's the one and only Rachel Pizzolato. Rachel, how are you doing today?
Oh, I'm great. I'm living.
I know. Look,
yeah.
I believe we are all suffering from dementia right now or something because we've all been at FAN EXPO this entire weekend. And so FAN EXPO happened. We were there. And so, well, you more so than I, because y'all know how I roll.
You got kids.
But still, we're going to talk about all that. And we have Rachel back in studio again because you are just jet setting around. Apparently, you're going global now. You're going international. Mm-hmm. So we got to get the update on what's going on there. And plus, we could not miss you on the stage up there with all the fantabulous guests. And I didn't see any prizes. I always expect, here's a wonderful guest, and here's your prize. When do you get any prizes? I don't know.
The prize is me. No, I'm just kidding.
You're
just
a catch,
kidding.
girl.
I'm just kidding.
So look, we'll talk about all that tonight, and we got some top nerd news. And you know what, Scungy? I had all these trailers ready. Mm-hmm. I forgot to put them in.
You forgot to put them in.
I kept forgetting to record the second one. The first one I recorded, I never put it in the system. Big brain. All right, so first, let's go ahead and just do this. And now, your top nerd news stories from around the world, brought to you by the Viridian Tea Company. Find them on Etsy. And now, your top nerd news stories. All right, Scungy, let's get into some of these new movies that are coming out. And look, all right, so Dave Bautista is in this new movie, a Knock at the Cabin. Yeah. And it's crazy because, like, you think Dave Bautista, you think wrestler, you think, he's,
Drax.
Yeah. He's not particularly loquacious. He's not, the most verbose. You can hit him with a thesaurus and then he'll break your neck. But this particular movie, he impressed me just in a trailer. I mean, it's just a trailer. So the premise of the movie is that there's this family. They go out to the cabin in the woods for a weekend of just fun family getaway away from, the whole world thing. And then there's a knock on the door, and it's Dave Bautista with Rupert Grint, freaking from
Ron Weasley.
Ron Weasley. Like, what is a wizard doing in the woods? I don't know, but
there was a woods in Harry Potter.
So there's a wrestler and a wizard, and one walks into a bar, the other says, "Ouch, that hurt." So they're out there in the cabin, and they knock on the door, and apparently they need this family to choose one family member to die. They have to kill one of the family members to avert the apocalypse. So now they're out there. I know, I see those eyebrows corking up, Rachel.
A little intriguing.
Well, here's the thing, though. They're out there in the middle of nowhere, so there's no way to get an update on what's going on. So they're having to sort of take these people's words at it. But in the second trailer that we saw, they turn on a TV for them, and you see like this massive tidal wave, people dying. Then later in the trailer, you see a plane falling out of the sky. So perhaps there is something to it, because if you stop and think about it, the director, because I didn't find this out till the very end, it's M. Night Shyamalan.
Shamalama ding dong.
So there's going to be some weird twist.
What, a twist?
There's going to be a twist in this movie, and I got a feeling that it's probably going to be, like, it's legit. Like, they're going to have to kill a family member, and I don't know. It's just, it looks really good. It's like a psychological thriller that's just sort of happening in a cabin, you know what I mean? Like it's kind of like a one-room play, like where you've got all the actors, they're just on one sound stage or whatever, and they're just, doing a show for you. And I think we need more movies like that aren't like I want the grandiose things, but every now and again, it's good to have like this small, just a more feeling. I like not feelings. Feelings are bad.
You don't like feelings.
We swallow
Feelings
those
are bad.
things. Yeah, we swallow those things.
Right.
But I want to see other people's feelings and the emotion and depth. And I'm just shocked. I say all that to say this, that I'm shocked that Dave Bautista struck me as, wow, this dude can actually act.
Well, here's the thing. He recently came out in a tweet. I think it was last week or something. And he said that he loves Drax and he's appreciative of Drax,
right?
But it's a silly performance and he wants to do more dramatic stuff. So this, I think, is him trying to break out into more of a dramatic
reading by Drax.
It was actually, I'm with you, man. It was just, he wasn't like boisterous. In the trailer, he's very soft-spoken. He's very like sincere. He's like, I don't want to be doing this, but it's.
Right.
I'm intrigued.
So yeah, that one's going to be coming out in February, but also coming out in February is the new Evil Dead Rising. Have you seen it?
No, but I love Evil Dead. Oh my gosh!
Have you met Bruce Campbell yet? Have you met Bruce Campbell?
Yes, he was putting on the Saturn Awards, right? Yeah, he was the.
Oh
host,
my God! I forgot about that. You were there for that.
Yeah, duh. I'm always there.
All right, Rachel.
Bruce is a good friend of mine. You want me to make you?
Oh, he's a good friend of yours?
He's a good friend. Got him on Instagram and everything.
Look at that.
We follow each other.
So
we're besties. We go to the nail salon together all the time.
As we should.
So he's got, the Evil Dead Rising. Now this one, this looks great. I mean, it's another sort of like psychological thriller, but it doesn't have the whole Sam Raimi sort of like the chasing camera thing. But it's this mother with 3 kids, and then her sister, who's kind of like the favorite aunt. She's like, hey, it's the plucky aunt coming over to have fun, and then somebody reads the Necronomicon, and all hell breaks loose, literally, and the mother starts trying to kill all the kids and her sister. And dude, it's creepy. She's sitting on a counter like a frog and throwing eggs into a burning frying pan, just throwing eggs. It's just like, what am I watching right now? And like, I don't want to be in a dark room watching this. I'm in a bright room right now watching the trailer going, something behind me.
Well, you are a scaredy cat anyway.
Shut up, punk. I hate your face, man.
Oh, no.
But he is. He's always jumped. Every time we'd come to the haunted house, we'd get him every single time.
Because they physically attacked me. I got my glasses knocked off my face.
Scaredy cat.
Why do I have to defend myself?
Fine. Scaredy cat.
I feel attacked.
See, thank you. Somebody gets a team up on you now.
Oh, I love horror stuff. So right up my alley. Scaredy cat.
Right, so this one coming out, this is kind of a passing of the torch though too, because it's funny. We watched the Evil Dead 2 for Halloween, and it's funny. I mean, it's not really a horror movie. It is, but it's funny. It's comical. This one looks like they're trying to scare the bejesus out of you, because remember they rebooted or reimagined Evil Dead.
Yeah.
It was just blood everywhere. Like I think they used
it was like body horror almost.
Yeah, it was just everywhere.
Yeah.
But that one was kind of like, cool. But this one looks like it's actually going to try to scare you. Yeah. So you can sign me up for that one. I'll go see that, but in a brightly lit room.
Deal.
That's all I'm saying. All right. So now look, before we sort of wrap up our top nerd news segment here, I want to follow this little trail of thought with like the Saturn Awards. So Rachel Pizzolato is our guest live in studio.
Hey.
All right, so let's start. Why the hell were you at the Saturn Awards? How did that happen?
Well, because I can be. No, I'm just kidding.
No,
you can be. We can't.
we can't.
Well,
They're not allowed.
We are living vicariously through you right now and your Instagrams. Yes.
Perfect. Yeah. So if you don't already, follow my Instagram at BeautyBirds with a Twist. You get all the inside scoop. But yeah, I literally contact the person who runs the Saturn Awards, and they're like, "Okay, let's do the press pass." So they give me a press pass, and then you go on the red carpet, and you get to meet all of these people who are in the horror movies. I mean, like The Bride of Chucky, Jennifer Tilly.
Yeah, oh my God, yes,
I meet so many different people. I met Ethan Peck there, and that's who I interviewed as well. So I meet so many different people who literally become my best friends, and it's just amazing.
Man, so Scungy, after the show, contact the person who runs the Saturn Awards.
Right. I got you. I got you.
Dude, no, I'm the kind of guy that they go, sorry, security, please escort this homeless guy out.
Yeah, he's
They
not
literally, I don't do the interviews, but they asked me to do the interviews.
That's awesome.
Well, you know what? When we come back, we are going to talk about Fan Expo because you were up there introducing the guests and talking with them. And we have it was it was just a great event.
We're going to spill the tea.
All the local people. Yeah, we're spilling
the tea.
All right, this is The Week in Geek with D Squared on iHeartRadio. Hey y'all, D Squared here, and I'm joined by a special guest, the Go Forblin, to bring you a special announcement. That's right. Go 4 Games, your friendly neighborhood game shop since 2010, is moving to 4953 West Napoleon Avenue in the Napoleon Plaza. Keep up to date with the move and Go 4Blin's adventure on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at Go4GamesNOLA and Go4GamesNOLA.com. What's that? Oh, he says he can't wait for you to see his new pick of location at 4953 West Napoleon Avenue.
It's a little light of mine.
Look around, Louisiana. What do you see? Litter. It's harmful, ugly, illegal, and it's everywhere. It's stealing our pride, our beauty, our shine, and your tax dollars. Governor Edwards and Lieutenant Governor Nungesser ask you to join them in keeping litter out of our state once and for all.
Louisiana, it's time to put the paradise
Back in our sportsman's paradise.
Visit letlouisianashine.org.
To keep Louisiana beautiful.
This is The Week in Geek, your source for geek and pop culture news that's trending now. Like them on Facebook and follow them on Twitter at Twig Radio. Do it now.
Welcome back in to The Week in Geek, your source for geek and pop culture news that's trending now. Just like the voice guy said, as always, we want to strongly urge you to check out the Facebook page, facebook.com/The Week in Geek. I don't know why I still keep doing that. It's Brian's fault. Yeah. But follow us on Twitter at Twig Radio and the Instagrams, The Week in Geek. Hey, Scungy, how can people listen to this show?
Well, if you missed any part of tonight's show, or if you want to hear Dave be a little baby and cry when he sees a scary movie, you can find us on Spreaker.com or download Spreaker for your smartphone or tablet. We're also on Google Play, YouTube, Stitcher, Spotify.
So, Rachel, I'm done with him now. So
I know how to use the button now.
He figured out the buttons.
Yes, it only took me years.
Yes.
And the iHeartRadio app with the wonderful candy-like button.
I can't find the button. Well, hello there. I don't know.
I thought that was an error, like a malfunction right there.
Oh, no. Whenever he makes me very upset, I just turn off his microphone because that's I don't want to hear from him.
The ultimate prank. I love it.
There we go. All right, so we did all that. The candy-like red button. Yeah, leave us a message. Yeah. Now, a couple of things. Let's go back, do some house cleaning stuff. We were giving away gift certificates this weekend at our table at Fan Expo. And we had, explain to the listeners, because you set it all up with our buddy Mac over there at Go 4 Games.
Yeah, Mac over at Go 4 Games gifted us 3 $50 gift cards to give away to people who came up to the con. So what we decided to do was just do a raffle. So we were taking raffle tickets all weekend long, and we would like to actually do this live on the air right now. We're going to pick the winners. Now, don't worry if you're not listening to the show live or whatnot. It's got a number, and we're going to call you and let you know. All right.
All right.
But we're going to have Rachel pick out the 3 winners, so we can't, it's
you can't say we cheated.
Yeah.
No bias in here.
Yeah, no bias. Impartial jury.
I'm mixing. All right, here we go. First one. Oh gosh, who are you? Mike. I can't read that. Backley?
Okay.
Hey.
Buckley? Yes.
Mikey B.
I can't read your last name, sir.
There you go. All right.
Here we go. Next one. Okay. Mix. And 3, 2, 1, and found one.
I love the sound effect. This is great.
Sequoia. That's it.
Just Sequoia.
A tree won. A tree just won.
Fantastic.
Good job, tree.
Speaking of M. Night Shyamalan.
Speaking of M. Night Shyamalan. All right. All right.
Last and final one.
And then you know what they make from trees? Paper.
That these tickets are made of. Okay. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Okay. I got one. Okay. What is this? Celeste. Brumfield.
Brontosaurus.
It's on the second line. Brumfield.
Celeste Brumfield. There we go. All right, we will be in touch with you this week to let you know that you got your $50 gift card from the wonderful Gopher Games, and them over there. Check them out at gophergames.com.
Absolutely. All right, so we've got that out of the way. So let's talk about Fan Expo. I mean, look, I'll be honest. Last year, I wasn't a fan. I was not a fan. I was not pleased with last year.
I was a little bit of a fan. Yeah.
Well, look, and it's not all their fault. I mean, like, it was COVID. Like
Right.
they had that resurgence, and like so many of the guests, canceled, fan groups canceled. That's not on them. It was their first year, growing pains, bada bing, bada boom. But man, they came out the gate swinging. I've never heard so many compliments from our friends as guests, like the artists and cosplayers. We're like simple things. Hey, there's coffee in the green room back there for you. Like, every freaking comic book artist, all of our friends, like Lottie and Derek and all them, they're all like, dude, there's coffee back there for us. Like, we got coffee. I mean, like, it was just like, they might have been like, we got manna from heaven just now, just falling out of the sky, free coffee. So kudos for them, and then also their community people for reaching out. It was so great to see so many of our fellow nerds out there with all the fan groups. I mean, it was just great to see everybody out there. Like, I know we've had events already. Like our boy Garrett was CypherCon. That was a great event. But it was in New Orleans, though. Yeah. You know, it was us. It's our territory, and I don't know. It felt different and a much happier vibe this year. Rachel,
Oh, yeah.
I mean, you know.
It was laid back and chill, and I had so many more panels and so many people just coming up to me without worrying about masks or, if they can take a picture with me. I'm like, yes, just take a picture.
Can I ride your hoverboard?
Literally, yeah, people were riding my hoverboard. And Mr. Ethan Peck almost ate the ground.
Let's talk about that, because they had the panels and the panels were well done. And one of the funniest things was at the end, Joseph Quinn was the last panel of the day, and it was brilliant maneuver by them to put him as the final panel, because everybody stuck around for that panel, which makes the dealers happy. Everybody's sticking around, and it was so funny because at the end of the show, like my kids getting picked up by the grandparents, we're breaking everything down, and it's just like tweens and teenagers as far as the eye could see. And I mean, look, I'm excited because like this is like that next generation. I mean, look, these, like, my son is already there throwing dice in the gaming room. I'm just like, I don't know. I'm proud as a nerd and as a dad that we had that. So that was really cool. So I guess I can get off my soapbox now. I think I think they're good. Well, Ethan Peck almost falling on his butt.
It's you gotta see the video.
There's another. We're gonna drop
Beauty and Brains with a twist. So now look, you were up there on the stage, you were up there with Anson Mount and Ethan Peck doing that. Like, how the hell did you pull that off?
I asked.
Really?
I literally asked. I was like, can I get Ethan Peck? Can I get him? And they're like, yeah, sure. I'm like, oh, yes. Wow. That was my first time actually moderating on like the main stage. Usually it's me talking about my Mythbusters things, but we had big stars tonight. So I was good. I was very, very happy to be the moderator. So yes, I did Ethan Peck and Anson Mount with Star Trek. It was absolutely phenomenal. They had so many fans. Literally every single seat was taken. Yeah. And then upstairs in room 394, I did Dean Devlin and Jonathan Glassner. Oh my gosh. And they have a new show called The Ark coming out. They showed like the trailer, never before seen videos. They were spoiling the whole thing, and it was all about sci-fi, so it was like right up my alley. They gave me my own little like time, my own little like 5 minutes of fame, What? And that was like so appreciative of me or of them. And they're sci-fi nerds, and they're like, hey, let's just boast about her real quick. She's an engineer. She does this. I'm like, thank you. Dean,
weren't you trying to get some FaceTime with Dean?
Yeah.
Like, so hi, I'm Rachel.
So I know Christian Kane. He's on Leverage, and Dean basically gave Christian his whole like career, and he's so thankful for Dean. Yeah. So being able to meet Dean in person and shake his hand was such an honor. He's done Godzilla, Independence Day, all these huge movies. So very, very inspirational to me.
He's 60. I had no idea.
I didn't realize.
I mean,
I
66.
I watched.
Is he really 66?
I think so.
Good
He
Lord.
looks
He
like
gets
a kid.
around, though.
No, but he looks like a kid.
He
though.
does.
Yeah.
I know.
That's why I'm
Genetics,
like,
bro.
I'm like, it's Wikipedia. It can't be right.
Yeah, genetics, bro.
Yep.
So now Ethan Peck, though, now this is funny because like, look, there are several guests that get it. Like
Right.
Henry Winkler. I got to go. I won an LAB award with an interview with him from 2 years ago, and finally he was in town. So he and I snapped some pics with the award, and you know he's somebody who gets it. He goes, without the fans, there's no me. You
Right.
know, and he's
Exactly
a
like Ethan.
genuinely loving person. He was so great. Well, Ethan Peck, I had nothing to base anything off of
Right.
him, but when he came out, he went to all the Star Trek fan groups,
Right.
hung out with them, sat in the captain's chair for the USS Neptune, and he was so nice.
He's so personable.
and he was. It was so funny because the last bumper that our friend Brian Held got was Ethan Peck saying, "This is Ethan Peck of
Right.
Discovery, and you're listening to the Week of Geek." And I told him about that, and he goes, "Oh my God, I'm so sorry." I'm like, "No, it's a happy story because it's a happy memory,
Right.
you know." And he was like, "Oh, okay, great." And our buddy Mike Brown with the Neptune, like they were so starstruck with him, and he was so nice. They were like, "We forgot to get a crew picture," and they're all like, "Oh." So I'm like, "I got you, fam. I got you." So I go over there. I'm like Ethan, hey, they got a little nervous. You mind taking a crew pic with him? He was like, "Absolutely,
Right.
I'd love to." I'm like, I love this guy.
He's literally the nicest person.
Yeah.
And I brought my one-wheeler.
And you tried to kill him.
I know. Okay, my fault. My bad. But yeah, yesterday I brought my one-wheeler, which is so much more difficult than a hoverboard. So
Right.
this day I brought the hoverboard so he can get on it and ride. This man was flying.
What?
This man literally jumped on and was like, "Oh, I'm gonna cruise." Literally, it was so easy for him because he's done skateboarding. But yeah, at the end, he kind of did eat the ground just a little bit.
No.
Yeah, I have it on video. So
You're gonna
videotape this.
you're gonna blackmail that man, aren't you?
No,
sorry.
things just go viral. There's you know,
They just go viral. for no
These
reason.
things just happen.
Right.
He
right.
allowed me to videotape, so I have all rights.
God, I'm so glad that we grew up before that stuff.
Yes. I don't even want to talk about the stuff we did when we were
Yeah.
kids. So, moving on. Now, look, I guess I feel like we've gotten it. What is there anything I missed? Because I mean, I do want to give Fan Expo a lot of credit because it was a great weekend. They put on a great show, and I got nothing bad to say about them, which is a shock because I usually find something to nitpick about.
I mean, we want to thank Mike, who is in charge of all the load in and everything. He helped us out. Jerry Milani, as always, really cool, setting us up that interview with Henry Winkler and.
Josh and your wife?
Yes. Man, it was just you really can't say anything bad about him on this year. It was they
didn't have beer on the show floor.
That I will say that
I was.
I will say
about.
that.
Of course, y'all.
There
say
was
that.
Of
one.
course. Well, you're 18. You can't drink. What do you know?
When that was okay. If I have to have one complaint about the show, and I don't think it's Fan Expo, it's the Memorial Convention Center had a problem where there just wasn't enough. The food lines were longer than any line to meet any guest.
Yeah, that's why you just go outside and get food.
And bam, food trucks.
Food trucks.
The
go
hero
out,
of
do
the
the 10-minute
con.
walk,
Yeah.
and you'll still be in line at that time.
Yeah, but I was a little upset that I had to keep going outside to go get a beer.
Right.
Shame. Well, maybe you don't be an alcoholic next time.
I'm not. I'm a drunk. Get it right.
Maybe just, jeez. Come on.
But yeah, other than that, it was a lot of fun, and everybody seemed to have a good time.
Absolutely. All right, so when we come back, we got Rachel Pizzolato. We're going to talk about all the stuff that you've done since you were here just 4 months. Oh, yeah, you like that Cardi B. I know. Look, I get to play the young music when Rachel's here. So we're going to talk about all the stuff that you've done and what you've got going on now. Apparently, you're an international model.
I know that's right.
Worldwide. I know that's right. All right, this is The Week in Geek with D Squared on iHeartRadio.
Take a minute, working back, party back, no how I give it up. If it's up, then it's up, then it's up, then it's stuff. If it's up, then it's up, then it's up, then it's stuff. Up, then it's up. If it's up, then it's
Pro Se Productions is a leading independent publisher on the cutting edge of new pulp and genre fiction today. At Pro Se Productions, you'll find fiction featuring fast-paced action and adventure, larger-than-life protagonists, over-the-top characters, and tight yet extravagant plots. Pro Se specializes in prose books, anthologies, audiobooks, and more. Go to prose-press.com to find our monthly release schedule and more info about our great titles. Pro Se Productions is your first-rate publisher of new pulp fiction today.
There is nothing like quality when working with a business. That's why Banks Media Connections make sure that your work is done with class, professionalism, and style. Social media and marketing, IT work, videos, decals, documents, business cards, resumes, flyers, and presentations. Banks Media Connections has all of your media and clerical needs in mind. Contact me, Malcolm Banks, at 251-287-4854 or reach out to us on Facebook and Google. Banks Media Connections. If you have a need, we can help with speed.
Welcome back to The Week in Geek, your source for geek and pop culture news that's trending now. Don't forget you can listen to previous episodes on the iHeartRadio app at The Week in Geek Radio Show. Here's D Squared.
Welcome back into The Week in Geek, your source for geeky and pop culture news that's trending now. You're back hanging with the Piz and these two random bald guys?
The Piz and two random bald guys.
Yeah, sorry, this is my show now. Whoops, my bad.
Oh, you'll probably do a better job than us anyway. So
it don't take much, brother. It don't take much. All right, this is The Week in Geek. All right, Rachel Pizzolato is our guest, beauty and brains with a twist. Man, we met you 4 or 5 years ago now.
Been a long time.
And like we keep getting updates, and it just seems like the updates become more frequent now.
It's never gonna stop.
Hey, look, I love it. I'm happy for you, and you just keep on crushing it. So let's start off with you becoming an international model. Like, I was unaware that Guess was still popular. I mean, it was in the 80s, but I'm 47. What the hell do I know?
Disrespect.
I wear clothes from Walmart, for God's sakes. I know.
That's not what I want to hear. Oh my God.
Don't worry, Rachel. I'm not your target demo. It's okay.
Oh, good. Lovely. It's okay. But yes, I am your new guest model, and it's a crazy story on how this happened. So you know Bryan Adams, right? Like the rock star.
Wait, like Bryan Adams, the singer.
Like the Bryan Adams, yeah, like cuts like a knife. Yeah. Okay, so here's how he found me. So I was on Instagram and I posted I posted some type of photo, and I put cuts like a knife, and I tagged Bryan Adams in it. And I was like, yeah, no big deal. Let's do it.
Right.
I thought it was an awesome song. And then literally the next day, Paul Marciano, the CEO of Guess, reached out to me and he's like, hey, let me just ask you a few questions. Is your hair real? Are you real? Are you the real Rachel Pizzolato, 6 feet tall, like beautiful model? And I was like, yes, sir, I am.
Yes, sir,
and he's
I
like,
am.
Okay, tomorrow, fly out to LA, come do a test shoot for Guess, and we'll see where it goes. I'm like,
Holy
I'm like,
cow, no way.
Yeah, sorry.
Do you keep a brown paper bag just like
literally? I was like, yes, sir, Paul Marciano, thank you so much. I was like,
so yeah, Marciano. He kicked Joe Lewis's ass. I'm sorry.
They literally flew me out that next day. We did some test shots. Yeah, I had hair and makeup done by Grace, and Tatiana was a photographer. Lisa Harlock was a stylist. It was absolutely amazing. I met all of the beautiful women, Vienna, Chloe.
Wow.
You know who you are, Miss Olivia. So yes, I met all the beautiful women, and they took me out to their warehouse, and they're like, hey, let's just shoot here. I'm like, okay, cool. I've never shot in a warehouse before, so it was definitely different, but they had this huge fan. My hair was blowing. Oh, yes, the music's so good. So they had my hair blowing in the warehouse, and like I was on ladders and doing gymnastics, and they're like, oh my gosh, this girl is so freaking cool. And so, yes, they chose me the next day to come back. I'm like, yes. This is my moment. So, yes, they brought me in the next day. Sat down with Paul Marciano. He's like, book her for Switzerland next week. I'm like, yes! Whoa. So, we're going to Switzerland, boys.
Man.
Wow.
Well, you know, look, we were talking before the show, and I heard some things, and we don't have to get into it, but I was shocked to find out the amount of fakeness that's out there. Like, you
right?
When the guy goes, is your hair real?
Literally.
Are you really 6 feet?
Yep.
Like, I mean, I guess we're the dumb masses
Yes.
that consume stuff. So it's just like, you just assume, oh, okay, well, that's what they look like. But I have been told that might not be the case. And I think my whole world is shattered and falling apart.
Yep.
It cuts like a knife.
Such an amazing song.
That was perfect timing.
Yeah.
Your dad's out there rocking right
I
now.
know.
Yeah,
He's
he-
turn it up. Turn it up.
Rocking and rolling.
That's amazing. All right, so and that was just you posting something out
Yeah, that was
there.
literally just me posting on Instagram, and now I'm doing their holiday collection in Switzerland, literally on the 15th.
That's wow, God. And
Jeez. All right. So
I don't even have words.
no,
dude.
well, that's why you're not the paid show host. You have to have words when you're on the radio.
Oh, yeah,
so
I forgot.
Let's talk about some of your
get
other.
paid?
No, I don't. I'm pretending it's radio. We're playing make believe. So. I was asking you like last time. I think it was a Mighty Con back in Kennebra, where like you were doing some jujitsu and everybody was fighting and doing some like you were with Darth Vader, freaking Darth Vader, and so like, but you're doing, but not doing like the fighting stunt work though. But I know you were working on stunt work to kind of build out your resume for movies. So what's up with that?
So I do a bunch of different things. As y'all may know, I am a national champion trampolinist, so I have a big background in contortion and, flipping my bodies in ways that they should not flip. But, the falling, and I've gotten so used to just like controlled crashing that it's used to like stunts. It's literally so similar. And so I kind of started just doing my own thing, dressing up as Elektra. She is a badass woman. Yeah. And so she does a bunch of cool things, kicks, back flips, kippa, sword rolls. I just do basically anything that comes to mind. And yes, I've had a little bit of stunt training. I'm now doing wall trampoline, which is... you just fall off a wall. You know what I'm saying? Right. You fall off a wall and come back up. It's some cool, awesome tricks. But, stunt work is really like fake it until you make it. Like if you have to roll over a car, do it. If you have to roll off of a building, do it, but controlled. Like I can totally see myself becoming a Marvel superhero and just doing my own stunts because I've broken almost every single bone in my body. Like how can you break them twice?
That was my next question. Well, you can break them twice. It's
Stop jinxing.
Well, no, I mean, how are you able to walk? Because I've seen you in the Electric costumes do the things, and like ankles don't go that way.
You should have seen today. So FAN EXPO was filming my kip up forward roll, and I was in my like 5-6 inch stilettos. Your girl died. Your girl literally died. It's already posted on Instagram. It's done.
Wait, okay.
Oh yeah, if you go check it out on Beauty and Brains Twist. But yeah, it's already posted on Instagram. I post all of my fails just because my followers love to see it. They love to see all the realness. So
that's look. All joking aside, though, I mean that's true though, because people, they want to see what people's lives are like, but they also, and maybe it's a bit of Schadenfreude, you like kind of for me, I'm into Schadenfreude, but I think it's seeing the that hey, I'm not perfect. You don't have to be perfect
exactly.
either.
And I never put filters like really on my face. The occasional Instagram filter, but whenever I post a photo,
we can't talk about because I'm like
it's okay.
But there was like I don't. Just like I'm still in shock about the whole they don't look like they're supposed to look.
No, literally. Yeah, trust me. When a modeling agency signs somebody, they really don't know who they're dealing with until they do an open casting call in person.
Wow.
Because sometimes you can really catfish on that.
Man.
Wow.
Yeah.
I want to become an international model.
Trust me. Instagram models. You got to see them in person, I'm not saying all of them are like that, but
No.
So are you saying that it's the equivalent of drunk goggles?
That's
a yes.
That's a yes.
I'll take that as a yes. Sorry. So you're doing all of that now. I mean, I guess one of the other things that we were talking about before the show was that you've got a pilot in the works that you're going to be working on something that might be tangentially related to a spinoff that you might have been in when it was called a junior show. Mm-hmm. What can you talk about with that?
Oh, let's see.
Let's put you on the spot because I don't want your dad kicking in the door
God,
and being like, I told you not to talk about that.
Okay, so imagine Mythbusters. You're testing all these different myths. You see it on TV, you see it online, wherever it may be, and you want to know if it's true, false, plausible.
Right.
So this pilot that we're shooting is the horror version of that, almost.
What?
Yeah.
Wow.
And, as a scientist, that's what I'm going to be doing, the hosting of that.
What?
What?
See, there we go.
Right?
That's awesome.
So
Right.
you make the pilot, and then basically you got to shop it around. Is that how it works? You know?
Basically, it started as sort of like an idea with kind of two bald guys. But yeah, they had a brilliant idea. They've been doing all these other TV shows and movies, and they're like,
Right.
we saw this, that you're doing like Mythbusters, and we can totally spin off this. We can totally make this our own. So I'm like,
Right.
I am in. Oh, I'm in.
Nice.
So yeah, they just have this brilliant idea, and hopefully it works.
Now I'm just wondering, like carotid artery spray, like you're gonna
Yeah.
try to recreate that and be like, all right, does it really plaster the whole bathroom with blood?
Right?
Why do you, Dave? I want to know.
You get a mannequin and then you put him in the tub and then you got a razor. It just be fun.
Dave,
Right?
You
Dave,
live out the fantasies you
I'm
go
just
to
gonna let
jail
your
for.
imagination go.
Well, I know.
why do you need to
I'm giving
know
you
the
pilot
answer
idea.
for this?
Because I need to know where to put the bodies later.
So, whoever is making this TV show, please, go off the feedback that he's putting in and just put in an episode just to make him happy, please. Thank you.
Yes, carotid artery spray. That's
Perfect.
That's all I need. All right, so when is that going on? We can't talk much more about it, or
No. In February of sometime, whenever I'm free, we're gonna shoot the pilot, and it's gonna be in LA, and they have all the funding necessary, so it's gonna be a lot of fun. And there's really no script going on. It's basically kind of reality TV as it should be.
Yeah.
But there's kind of 2 or 3 people involved, and it's gonna be a simple, basic, y'all two talking on the radio show,
Right.
but except on a
With
TV.
people who look
but
far
people
better.
who look good, right?
Oh no, y'all look beautiful, lads.
We have faces for radio.
Beautiful lads.
So
Trust me.
let's talk about beauty though, because now all right, so all right. Miss Universe was something we were talking about because kind of so.
I love Miss Universe.
But the nails, who's doing the nails? What's going on with that?
So I might have the opportunity to help out with the Miss Universe nails. I know this is a female conversation, whatever, but we're gonna get into the females. So Miss Universe is going on this week, next week, whenever it may be.
Right.
But it is at the convention center, which we were at, and I'm like, oh my gosh, maybe I can just sneak it in.
You could just
Miss
hide in the
USA
rafters. You could be like Phantom of the Opera.
I know, Miss
and just
USA
hide
is in
up
New
there.
Orleans.
And then you get a zip line and you zip down in the middle of it and be like, I got your crown. And you shoot back up in the sky. It'd be awesome. Oh, we're going to do this.
Yes.
We're doing this. All right.
yeah.
Dun, 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 dun. All right, sorry, squirrel.
Squirrel, ADHD. So my sponsor, Kevin, he is doing all the nails for Miss Universe.
Okay.
So I might have the opportunity to do some of the nails for, all the countries and going for Miss Universe. It's going to be fun.
Man.
Yeah.
So, all right, so where are you? Who are you? Miss Louisiana Sportsman's? Which?
So last year I was Miss Sportsman's Paradise.
Right, correct.
This year I am Miss Pelican State. So every year you don't have to win a new title, but basically you got to win a new title.
Yeah, you got to win a new title.
Yeah, you got to win a new title.
So does it become Rachel Sportsman's Paradise, Pelican State, Pizzolato? Like you just keep putting them in the
Get
middle
rid
of
of
your
Miss
name?
Sportsman's Paradise.
Okay,
Yeah.
but so do we hyphenate it now? Or do you just change it, you just swap it out like it's interchangeable?
Well, it is interchangeable, just like Rachel Pelican State. Wait, no, that actually kind of works. Rachel Pizzolato, Rachel Pelican State.
See, look at that. We're like a brain
we are
trust.
brainiacs.
We
Oh my
are.
gosh,
we
this
got
is
it.
great.
We're just coming up with ideas, guys. Just you should stick around for
You
that.
heard it here first.
You heard it here first. All right. When we come back, though, I want. You know what? Why don't you take us to break? Wait, no, I don't like that song. That one's too short. Let's pick. Wait. You know what? Scungy, entertain people for a minute while I pick a song. Cuts like a knife.
Clap. I'm competing in Miss Louisiana Teen USA this year.
Oh, are you
Last
really?
year, yes.
Oh, that's right.
And then I go to Miss. Whoop.
Whoa. Man, wait. So when is the cutoff for that? Like, is it 19?
8. Well, you can choose when you're 18. You can go to Miss. I could
Okay.
have done Miss, but
Okay.
19 is the cutoff.
She's staying in the collegiate game a little bit more
Yes.
and everything, and so the
Since it's
draft
my
was
last
better
year.
draft pick.
Right, yeah, because I mean, once you go in the NFL draft, that's when it really matters. And
Right?
we haven't even forgot, we forgot to remind everybody that she holds 2 patents too.
Yes,
you know?
we can get to that next.
Yay!
We could, and NFTs,
Right?
Somehow those are in this bio that I'm looking at over here.
Really?
Yeah. I figured we go with Cuts Like a Knife again
Yeah,
because
makes sense.
I couldn't find anything else real quick on the fly. Look. All right, everybody grab your best girl, your best guy, and just
Take it off the ground.
yeah. We're at skate country.
We are at skate.
Skates are on. Grab your girl.
Now cuts like a knife.
You want to take us to break?
I want to do it. Do it. This is Rachel Pizzolato, and you're listening to The Week in Geek on iHeartRadio.
Cuts like a knife. Oh, but it feels so right.
Hey y'all, D Squared here, and I'm joined by a special guest, the Go Forblin, to bring you a special announcement. That's right. Go4 Games, your friendly neighborhood game shop since 2010, is moving to 4953 West Napoleon Avenue in the Napoleon Plaza. Keep up to date with the move and Go4Blin's adventure on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at Go4GamesNola and GoForGamesNola.com. What's that? Oh, he says he can't wait for you to see his new pick of location at 4953 West Napoleon Avenue.
Mata Hari, Agent H21, is a spy fiction short story anthology about the famous dancer, seductress, and spy from World War I. Mata Hari, Agent H21, published by Pro Se Productions, has 7 rip-roaring adventure tales about the world-famous super spy that features her battling her enemies by using any weapons at her disposal. Mata Hari, Agent H21 is available for purchase in ebook and paperback formats on Amazon.com.
Listen to WRNO on the iHeartRadio app. Sponsored by Dudley DeVosier Injury Lawyers. Call 504-444-4444. That's 504-444-4444. Non-attorney spokesperson Chad Dudley, New Orleans. Now back to The Week in Geek with D Squared. Tell your friends. Tell your enemies. Yeah, definitely tell your enemies.
Stupid voice guy. Welcome back into The Week in Geek, your source for geek and pop culture news that's trending now. But of course, you know what? That's what we tell everybody at the booth when we're at the conventions.
Yeah.
Especially when you get these people who walk by, they're like, oh, is this a prize? Thank you. And they just walk on like, tell your friends, thanks. Tell your friends. Tell your enemies. Definitely tell your enemies. So, we just wrapped up Fan Expo. We may or may not be a little bit delirious because we've been working all weekend long. Okay, well, Scungy and Rachel have. I just been standing around, coordinating or something like that.
Coordinating.
You
were at the con?
I was
What?
for a few minutes.
He was not.
I was there. I was babysitting. That's the whole reason I started this show. I wanted to go to cons for free.
Yeah.
It's real simple. No
Don't tell your secrets.
There's no altruism here,
It's been 10 years. I think the secret's pretty
I
much
think
been
the
out.
secret's out. Yeah, it's okay.
So now look, we were talking, but I was listening to the Fox Bits thing during our commercial break, and it reminded me about like PS5 and then the Harry Potter Legacy. Like I had a listener come up and ask me, is it still coming out? Because we had one of those banners back behind the booth. And I thought it got pushed back, but you say some of it has, but some of it hasn't?
Yeah, so...
Explain as if to a child.
I can't say next generation anymore because it's current generation now. So PS5 and Xbox Series. It is still coming out in February on that, but current generation got pushed back to the summer.
What?
So yeah, you got an Xbox One or a PS4.
I'm screwed.
Yep.
Man,
and same thing with the Switch.
World. Man.
So, I'm sorry. All right. You just got to buy a new system.
No, Xbox. Hey, hit me up.
You want them to give you one?
Damn right. They know who I am. They know who I am. I'm not Rachel Pizzolato.
Don't worry, I'll get you an Xbox.
So there you go.
Thank
Don't worry,
you.
I'll just be the person.
Be like, yeah, hamina.
Do you know who I am?
You know who I am?
I am the Piz. Get these two bald guys. Get these two bald guys new Xboxes now.
The Piz and the Ball Guys coming at you Sundays at 7. All right, let's talk about it. Kind of rolls into you were doing the panels for the Harry Potter guest, and Bonnie Wright was on the show, and it was not my best interview. Sometimes I really suck at my job.
So it was not her.
Well, no, she was sweet as pie.
It's not me, it's you.
It totally is.
Yeah.
And, well, the thing was, she was talking about saving the Earth stuff, and I started to fall asleep during the interview.
Dare you?
Dave does not want to save the earth. He has no care about the earth whatsoever.
Not whatsoever, you know.
Terrible.
I know.
Disrespect.
I know, but, you know. My kids can save the world, whatever. You know?
Let them deal with it.
Generation, not me.
Yeah. I need a next generation console, not a next generation kid. So you moderated that panel too, man.
So I moderated the 2 stars from Harry Potter, Matthew Lewis as Neville, and Bonnie Wright as Ginny Weasley.
Did he show his washboard abs? Because like he
hit a
he was
glow
such a
up.
I swear he was such a nerdy looking goofy kid.
He is beautiful now.
Boom, he blew up. It's all like he's all swole. He's like, hello,
he's all swole.
I'm Neville. Do you know who I am? Neville.
Yeah. I'm kind of I like it.
You like?
Wow.
Oh, come on! I'm secure enough to say that is a handsome man. All right.
Secure in the sexuality. Okay. But yes, I will say that Matthew Lewis is one blunt guy, but we love blunt people who just tell it like it is.
Yeah.
And what I asked was, how has Harry Potter changed your life?
Okay.
And like that's a question that every single person in the audience wants to know.
Right.
And so Bonnie had this whole story. It was super nice, super sweet. She's like, couldn't have done anything without this. Like this has started my career. And I'm like, yes. And then here goes Matthew. He's like, you know, I am lazy. I am a lazy person. And I'm like, yes, I am a lazy person too. We relate. So I'm a lazy person. And, you know, growing up, I really did not know what I wanted to do. So landing this role as Neville really started everything that I wanted to do. He's like, I got to play, you know, a police officer, firefighter, people that I've always wanted to be, but I didn't have the passion to do it. So he just got to do it on screen and he gets to fake it until he makes it, you know?
Wow.
And he just said that Harry Potter is basically his whole life. And like, he really does not know where he would be without it. Because he said, I don't have many passions, but acting, that is one of them. And I landed one of the biggest roles ever. And I'm like, yes, blatantly honest. And I love it. I love it so much.
That's all right. So, all right. Sidebar question: Who wrote your questions? Did you come up with them? Because I mean,
I came up with them.
Well, I mean, because it's look when I got to interview the guests, like I'll go through their resume. I'll be like, what do I want to talk with them about? And so like that's. You know.
Well, okay. Rachel is also a fake it till she make it. So I know a lot about Harry Potter. I've seen all the movies, all the books. My brother's like, oh my God, Harry Potter on a stick. Woo! So Harry's on a stick. So he's flying around. Me and my brother were brainstorming a little bit last night. I'm like, what are some tricky questions that I can ask? And I'm like, which house are you in real life? Do you know? Do you bald guys know? Do you bald guys know which houses you are in?
I know
will
what
test
I
if
am.
you're a Harry Potter fan. Come on.
Slytherin.
Oh, ew! I'm a Hufflepuff. Can you tell?
No.
Oh no. Okay, great.
You are far too ambitious for a Hufflepuff.
Hufflepuff girl.
Well,
no, you're. I hate to break it to you. You're probably Slytherin.
You're probably Slytherin.
No.
Yep.
That's
sorry.
Terrible.
Look, the color scheme might not be great, but still, green and black.
We
still
do have the
works.
worst color scheme.
We do
It's
have
like
the worst
we
color
need new
scheme.
decorators.
I like Ravenclaw, the blue and the black. That's
right.
Bam, right on. There we go.
Love it. But yeah. I do come up with my own questions and I try to think outside the box. And the intro is honestly the best when I get to reel in the crowd. I'm like, welcome to FAN EXPO. I'm like yelling in their face. Like, yes.
Look, those are things that can't be taught. Look, I one time we did Universal Circus out in New Orleans East, and I'm there with my kids, and at the time I think DJ was like 13, so Dean was like 7, and they come up to me 15 minutes before the show starts. Like they hand me a microphone. They're like, "Hey, can you go entertain the audience for 15 minutes?"
That's my favorite part,
okay.
literally.
And they give me the mic. I start walking up, and DJ and their eyes were saucered. Like, what are you going to talk about? Like, I don't know. I'll figure it out when I get up there.
Are y'all excited?
Right, and and oh my God, I did this oh my God, a hootat goes a long way in New Orleans crowd, whatever you do. But when I say big top, you say circus, big top,
circus,
big top,
circus.
Boom, the crowd starts going. I'm like, all right, what's going on? Oh God,
that is my favorite part. Getting the crowd ready and introducing the stars. My favorite part.
There you go. All right, man. Look, I'm jealous, and I'm so excited for everything that's going on with your career. I guess. Look, holy crap, the show's almost over. We got like 30 minutes left.
We got three minutes.
Okay, let's go.
Well, let's talk about where people can follow you,
Absolutely.
what you're doing, because I know like you're TikTok famous, you got the Instagrams going on. I mean, it's just like I do have a complaint. I told this to your dad.
No.
I was trying to find out if you were going to be at Fan Expo, but all I saw was your TikTok dances and your electro spin. I'm like, where do we get?
I have a reason.
Okay,
I literally did not ask for the spots on the panel until the day before. So that's my bad, my fault. But yes, you can find me on the gram at Beauty and Brains with a Twist, YouTube, and all that other stuff. If you look me up at Rachel Pizzolato, and then 2.2 million followers on TikTok at Rachel _Pizzolato.
Count that high.
Woo! I'm almost at 1 million on Instagram.
I know. Yeah, we were at 900,000
such a blessing.
on it. Yeah. That's
never
crazy,
could have
man.
imagined.
Well,
literally
no, look,
ever.
You create content daily, constantly. I mean,
and it's my hobby. It's not even like, I'm not even forced to do this. Like, it's just something that I love to do, and I do it.
Embrace it while you got the energy, because when you hit our age, you're going to be like, I'm going to do what? Nap, and then laundry.
I doubt.
Or laundry,
I doubt.
then nap. No.
Yeah.
I do a lot of laundry, I will say.
As long as there's a nap in there.
As long as there's a nap in there.
Yeah.
I like my naps
or some
too.
cocoa or something. Just something like that. All right. Now, I guess, did we talk about NFTs?
No, we didn't.
Oh, I do have an NFT coming out. So there's going to be 4 tiers, and it's an exclusive pass. First tier is exclusive space pass. Second tier is online interaction access. Third tier is Valentine's Day dinner. What? Fourth tier
With whom?
Fourth tier is in-person party access. But with whom? That is going to be announced.
Tad Hamilton? I want to win a date with Tad Hamilton.
I know, right?
Good Lord.
If you buy the NFT or if you even
I liked it, though.
invest in the NFT, then you have the chance of doing any of the 4 with me.
Well, there we go. Halloween Horror Nights had NFTs, and I was trying to take pictures of them, and DJ kept slapping my phone. I'm like, what? I don't know.
It's a new thing. We're trying it. If
Hey.
it doesn't go well, oh well.
Right? Well, you got 8 billion irons in the fire. It doesn't matter
I'm
if one
trying.
goes out. You're
Doing
good
my
to go.
thing.
All right, so that's going to pretty much do it for tonight's show. I know it's crazy.
Wow,
the
that
show
went
is
super
over.
fast.
Yeah.
Well, if I can start the music, the show will be over.
There
There it is.
There it is.
Okay. So, as always, check us out on Facebook. Follow us on Twitter at Twig Radio. The Instagram's The Week in Geek. Scungy, 10 seconds. How do people follow the show?
Stitcher, Spotify, Google Play, YouTube, iTunes, and the iHeartRadio app.
With that candy like red button.
Well, hello there.
Till next time, keep your nerd flag raised high.
WRNO FM, New Orleans, an iHeart radio station. Available everywhere on our free iHeart Radio app. #1 for music, radio, and podcasts, all in one.